Able to reverse the video while I was on the same recording. So here is now what I did. So I had some leftover boxes that I cut, and you can see here there was one box, the second box, and then the third box. So as you can see, the one box I cut this part, the box in the middle I cut both sides, and in that last box I cut one side also. And I joined them in the middle with some boards here. And you can see inside also I cut them flush. So, and then you see on the side that I joined them with, I glued them and I joined them, I nailed those boards, those joint boards to it. Now, of course, this is very rough, and as you can see, now this is like little pieces of wood that I saved from pallets. So this is all salvage wood, and then you can see inside I roughed up the inside of the hive, because I know that, now I don't know if I did it the right way or not, but anyway, I'm sure the bees will figure that one out. So I roughed that out because where I am, there are a lot of woods around. There's also a lot of meadows and no cultures of any kind. And the few houses that are here, they don't spray anything. So I think that's why my bees are doing very well. So this is in a length. And again, it's 3 blocks long. Given the fact that I got rid of the separation, it's gonna be probably 33 frames altogether. So 3 times 10 plus the one in the middle, where we're probably gonna put 2, maybe 34 frames. Anyway, so the separation that I cut from the middle one, you see it's the same color, I'm gonna actually use as a separator because it fits right in. So that's going to be my separation when I'm not using one part, and I'm going to start with maybe 10 frame, and I'm going to add up. So I'm going to use that as a separation. I'm going to nail at the top. I'm probably going to trim it, but I'm going to nail at the top of a salvage frame. So it's going to fit right in, just like a regular frame, and it's tight enough that there won't be any bees going around. I may put a little piece of rubber all along just to make sure. So that's going to be my separation, and then of course I have my frames that are going to fit right in. Okay, so now of course there's space. And, because it's like 3 different boxes, it's a little bit warped in some areas. Like here, it's a little tighter at the top, but I don't really care. So that's the thing. Now, again, this is only the first part, and I'm going to put legs. I'm going to put legs on this long Langstroth. And again, this is stuff that I salvaged, as you can see, from a pallet. So I'm going to put that in the end like this, pretty much. Now, of course, it's going to be, the box is going to be higher. It's going to be all the way up. But I'm going to use that. So that's going to be my legs. By the way, this is all the wood that I salvaged from those pallets. I had about 10 pallets. So I have a lot of leftover that I can use and cut for my Langstroth here, my long Langstroth. I really believe this is going to work very well. I'm going to use that Langstroth, horizontal Langstroth, to build colonies. But I will eventually put frames for honey, but I'm not planning on putting them along horizontally. I'm planning on putting actually supers like these, small ones, because I also have a lot of supers. So I'm going to put for the honey only, and I don't mind, carrying that. That's no big deal. It's not as heavy as moving 2 full boxes of, brood and everything, where you can squish bees, or you can squish the queen and other bees. So I'm really going to keep the horizontal boxes for the brood and the honey storage for the bees themselves. And then I'm going to keep using my supers for my honey. And then even if I put only 2, the third one I'll put an empty one blocked off. And of course I'm going to have to make sure I'm going to build a cover for all this that can fit the extra height. And that's what I will do later. So this is the first body. Now, of course, I'm going to have to come up with a bottom, and for the bottom, I'm thinking about putting first a frame like this down like this, where I'm going to be able to make the openings. I'm going to probably do 3 openings, and this just happened to be the size of a regular. There's some bees here, got cut. This is the same size, pretty much, as a regular bottom board. So I think that would be good. So that's going to give me the space for my opening. And then this is, by the way, another project that I did. It's like a double nook in one frame. And actually I have the boxes here that I did that I can open. See? So when I do 2 nooks, they are completely separated, and they have one entrance here and then the other entrance on the other side there. So that's going to be good. Anyway, so that's another project. But I just received today a big roll of hardware cloth here, 8 by 8. So once I build my frame around with the entrances, I'm going to do another bottom board flat with all those things here that I'm going to cut, to size, and I'm going to staple the hardware cloth to that. And I'm going to screw that on that frame that's going to be here. So they're gonna have space to come in at. And then, of course, below that frame, that's gonna have the cloth in the middle, I'm gonna build another board to close off for the winter. And I'm probably gonna also do small opening to slide trays, to collect the dead mites or to put sticky board or whatever. So, and then of course in the winter I can close that off or slide in insulation. So they're gonna be insulated on that. Now, here, because it's only one regular board, but then there's that space, I'm going to actually put insulation on it. Okay, so it's going to be insulated like this, all right? And on top of that, on top of everything, I'm going to put board, plywood. I'm going to get some plywood that I'm going to nail on top of that. Now, the little gap here, I'm going to put some other things. That's no big deal. But so that way the box is going to be insulated. And because I will put the legs here, there will be another space here that I can fill up with insulation for the sides. All right? So that box is going to be well insulated. And then, of course, I will have to build the top, the cover, and that's what I have to think about, because I want to be able, like I said, to have enough space for honeysuckles like this, and also to put feeding pails when I need to feed them sugar. So it's going to require a little bit of thinking. Maybe something like that opens up like this with a secondary. I don't know if I want to put that all the time, but anyway, so in any case, this is a work in progress, and I will make sure to give you guys updates because I really like the concept, and I think a lot of people like the concept too, and they just need to have like ideas thrown at them to figure out what would work with them. All right. So this is all my other equipment. I get a couple of nukes here. I get some extra frames here. So anyway, so this is my world, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. All right? Thanks. Bye-bye.